Alright, welcome to Doozer Shop. It's a rainy Tuesday night. That last video, if you caught it, I was showing a 30-degree little triangle that I was using for alignment, clamping to the milling machine. I was making a small aluminum part, and I want to show you what that part was for right now. Let's go handheld. So, I'm going to focus here on the Bridgeport mill. Try not to trip over the shop vac and other things. The Bridgeport now has the readout installed, so that's pretty awesome. And to my surprise, it's not the exact same readout as on the Clausing mill. It's a thin one, which is great. It's a better use of space, and I know with the electronics it really doesn't have to be so big. But that's pretty darn awesome. I just got the wires coiled up and zip tied up the best way I know how. And I'm going to try not to blind you. I got the flashlight showing some of the whatnot underneath. But before I show you the underneath, I'll show you that piece. So that's the piece with the angle. And the reason I had to make the angle, see this front part of the saddle of Bridgeport mills? That's at a 30-degree angle. They're all like that, just how it is. Let me kneel down. I can show you what the deal is. Alright, you can see all that? That's at a 30-degree angle. I don't know why it's at a 30-degree angle, but that's what Bridgeport did. And that's what I had to match. I squared off the bottom and the front. I kind of left the top at an angle with some clearance, which is 90 degrees from the 30 degrees. And that's necessary to attach the reader head in the encoder. So let me kind of go around. So that little aluminum block attaches to the saddle, which is that 30-degree angle with a 3/8 cap screw, and it's countersunk. And sideways, it's got a 1/4-inch cap screw. There's actually a little slot under that washer for vertical alignment, and it attaches to that black slotted block. And behind that black slotted aluminum block is the reader head. So let me get up, kind of kneeling down over here, and show you. So that whole face of the saddle is that 30-degree angled. For whatever reason, I don't know, but all Bridgeports are like that. And you can see the chrome piece where the wire is, that's the actual encoder head. And this was black anodized, then I milled some off the top and whatever. That red thing's just a keeper clip for shipping, and I popped it off, but it's just kind of hanging out there, and that's fine. So that's a super secure mount. It's only, like I said, hold on my one bolt to the saddle and one side bolt, and it's threaded in the edge of that plate there. I think that's a 1/2-inch plate or something. So it's solid, it's very rigid, and some nice thick 1/4-inch washers to bridge that slot. Anyhow, so it runs over underneath and back up. But I wanted to show you my handiwork here. Additionally, on the let me get you a shot where it's illuminated. Okay, so the underside of a Bridgeport, the saddle has a tapped hole there, and like up there. And they wanted you to use a bracket they supplied with the kit from there to there, and it goes straight down and it wasn't lining up, and I tried it, you know, 6 different ways to Sunday. So I made my own bracket out of aluminum that secures on the 2 bottom tapped holes. And oh man, I can show you the black aluminum block was part of the brackets they give you, and I just modified it. So it is the end of it is tapped for 1/4 and there's 2 regular hex head bolts, screws, so you can get a wrench on them, you know, an open end wrench. And then, you know, this cross block is adjustable in and out with slots, and it's secured with those 2 Allen head 1/4 screws to the edge of this plate. So you got vertical adjustment, excuse me, and you got in and out adjustment, and there is some vertical adjustment because the encoder, that chrome tab, is also slotted. So you got plenty of adjustment. This piece is just another bracket for the wiring, right? It's just, oops, I got the flashlight there. Let me move it. Whoop. Okay. It's got just rubber lined cable clamps to, you know, make everything so it doesn't pull or chafe or whatever. And like I said, that's just a real quick little, it was another bracket they included in the kit for something else that I repurposed just for the wiring to keep it nice and tidy, right? Up there. So I'm real proud of that bracket. Like I said, the bottom one, the black one, was part of the kit, and I repurposed it. So this is a super rigid, you know, mounting situation, and it works. I didn't have a readout on this mill, you know, for the longest time. Save my battery there. But this thing is this thing's ready to go. There's a new nut in the table. The in out, the Y the nut was good, and I also replaced the nut on the elevation, and the head was completely apart, 100%. And I should paint the thing because there's no paint on it. But anyhow, that's what I wanted to do is show you guys quick video on this Mitutoyo digital readout. And this is the same, you know, magnetic or capacitive, it's inductive, that's what they call it, inductive technology as their caliper, digital calipers. So that's why I really like these scales. Good to the 1/2 thousandth, and that's fine. Just as a refresher, I put this readout on this mill in year 2002, maybe 2003. And this box, it's a bit bigger. Look at that thing. You know, it's just, why is it bigger? I don't know. But, you know, there's nothing in there. It's just a circuit board. And this thing's been stone reliable. This thing's great. And similar deal, similar bracketry. You know, bracketry off the table here, down, over, and that little piece of metal is just cable management. So I did a similar kind of deal on this mill. So, yeah, and this one I had to cut down, like I said. So that works. Anyhow, thank you for joining me on showing the results of my my effort here with making brackets for the readout. It's kind of fun. It's kind of annoying sometimes. I remade that one, I think, about twice before I settled on this third and last rendition. So thanks for checking it out with me. Until next time, this is Doozer's Shop.